Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel in the first place. Today we have Tamaki, Amajiki ex-listener. If you're in the live chat, be respectful to the moderators, listen to them, you know. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. It's no good. You two just go, I can't. Even if I do imagine them as potatoes, I can still see their human bodies. I want to go home, Tamaki said as he turned around shaking. Come on, Amajiki. You gotta have the heart of a lion, not a kitten, Najiri cheered. Listener stopped at the door. Looking inside, they could see Tamaki crumbling under the pressure of the small crowd. Listener chuckled, and they blew a kiss into the room. From their lips fluttered a blue butterfly. Once entering the room, it landed on the shoulder of Tamaki and dissolved. I'm Tamaki Amajiki, one of the top third-year students. My quirk allows me to manifest the characteristics of anything I eat, while it still remains in my system, he said happily and proudly. What was that? His personality just switched, Izuku said in shock. On with my introduction. I'm Listener, and my quirk is Comfort. I can take anyone's fears and completely zap them away, like you saw here in Tamaki. The stronger the fear or emotion I or the person feels, the more butterflies I'll create. If I was extremely happy and just let my quirk slip up, they'd pop up literally everywhere. Listener said happily, hugging him. You showed up just in time, Miria laughed. Well, the secret is, never arrive late and just arrive on time, Listener said with a grin. How is that helpful in a fight? Bakugo said, rolling his eyes. Well, I won't lie, it's not, but it does help calm down the victims. Well, it's practically useless besides that. Or maybe it could be used as a distraction. I don't really know. They laughed, letting go of Tamaki and stepping back to Bakugo's desk. Tamaki blinked. You used your quirk on me again, didn't you? He stuttered in embarrassment. Yes, but your introduction is over now, so it's okay, Listener said as they returned to his side. Oh, one other thing. I have to get about a foot away from the person for them to return back to normal. So they'll stay in that state as long as I'm close to them, Listener said with a grin. Tamaki walked Listener back to the dorms that day after school. Thanks for helping me out today, Tamaki said while rubbing the back of his neck. Anything for my Tamaki, they said, hugging him. Your Tamaki? He stuttered, as his face turned beet red. Yeah, my Tamaki. Is there something wrong with me calling you that? They chuckled. No, but we aren't dating or anything, he stuttered as he rubbed the back of his neck. So, you're still gonna be my Tamaki, Listener teased. But what if I start dating someone? What are you gonna call me then? He stuttered. My Tamaki. Why, are you dating someone I don't know about? They let go of him. No, but I do like someone, Tamaki said. Do you want my help? I can totally help you get them, Listener said happily. No, it's fine, I can do it, he said, waving his hands out in front of him. Then I guess I better try and break myself from being so touchy with you. But you're not confessing yet, so I can still do this, they cheered as they jumped into his arms. He stumbles a little before wrapping his arms around their waist. I almost dropped you, he said quietly. But you didn't, they said with a smile. Tamaki looked away from them with a blush as he set them back down onto their feet. He couldn't tell them that they were the one he liked. Why don't you do that with Mirio? He'd be able to hold you longer than me, Tamaki said. Well, I stopped jumping into his arms once I phased right through them. It's not very pleasant, so you're the best option, Listener said with a grin as the pair entered the dorm buildings. Tamaki, hey buddy, can I talk with you for a hot minute? Yeah, cool, thanks. Sorry for stealing him, Listener, Mirio said as he dragged Tamaki away from them. The pair ducked off into his room. Are you gonna tell them yet? Mirio asked. No, I can't. They'll reject me, Tamaki said softly. Are you hearing yourself, Tamaki? They'll reject you? Mirio laughed. It's not funny. They will, and they probably like you anyways, Tamaki said, shrinking back. Alright, if you think that, I'll ask them out right now, Mirio said. Mirio, don't! Tamaki said, wide-eyed, as Mirio walked out of the dorm. Tamaki followed behind him, practically begging him not to. I'm gonna do it, Tamaki. Oh, hey, listener, glad I caught you, Mirio said happily. As he walked up to them, Tamaki stood behind him, frozen. He can't actually be doing this, Tamaki thought as his whole body shook. I was looking for you too, but can you tell me what you need first? Listener said with a smile. I was actually wondering if you'd want to be my partner, Mirio said with a grin, as Listener chuckled. Nice joke, Mirio, it's cute. But sadly, if you aren't being serious with me, the answer's no. You already know who I have feelings for, Listener said. I know, but what were you gonna ask me? Mirio said. Have you seen Tamaki? We mixed up our bags and I kinda need to give his bag to him, Listener said as they adjusted the bag on their shoulder. He's right here, Mirio said, dragging Tamaki from his frozen spot. I'll see you two around, Mirio said as he rushed away. Well, that was odd, wasn't it? Listener chuckled. You said no? Tamaki said in shock. Are you talking about Mirio? Of course I said no, we're just friends, Listener said as Tamaki wrapped his arms around them and hugged them. You said no, he said happily. Tamaki, let's take this to my dorm, Listener stuttered as they grabbed his wrist while leading him to their dorm. You seem oddly happy I said no, Listener said as Tamaki's face turned. Well, he stuttered, trying to find the words to explain himself. Wait a second, Listener, Tamaki said, stumbling over to them as they blew a blue butterfly towards him. It landed on his shoulder before bursting into dust. Tamaki grabbed onto their hands, and he stared them down in their eyes. I like you. No, I love you, Listener. You're the person I was talking about when I said I had a crush, Tamaki said proudly as your face heated up. Listener stepped away from him. He returned back to himself. Listener, it's okay if you don't feel the same. It's fine. Tamaki was cut off by Listener's lips slamming into his as they tackled him. He stumbled backwards, collapsing onto the floor, them landing on top of him. The pair was in a tangled mess with each other. Listener's hands cupped his face. Tamaki was shocked as he slowly melted into the kiss as he wrapped his arms around their waist. The silvery blue butterflies began to float around the room. The pair soon split apart. I love you too, Tamaki, Listener said, breaking their eye contact with him. His hand reached to the back of their head. Does this mean you'll date me? Tamaki said. Yeah, of course it does, Listener replied, as they turned their face to face him again. Tamaki pushed their head down to press his lips against theirs. They don't like me? Now you've got them on the floor. I can't believe you, Tamaki, Mirio laughed as he stuck his head through the door. Listener jolted up from the kiss on Tamaki's waist and their legs straddling him. Mirio, get out, Tamaki shouted as he tried to scramble up, but the position they were in wasn't going to allow him to get up. They're extremely happy, Tamaki. Look at all the butterflies, Mirio teased before disappearing from the door. Tamaki looked up to see Listener a lot more flustered than usual. Is something wrong? He asked. He felt them curl their hand, gripping onto his uniform. Tamaki placed his hand in the back of their hair, pushing them down for another kiss. Is this what you wanted? He asked as he pulled them closer to him. I want everything to do with you, Tamaki, they said softly before kissing him again. Alright, so that's the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed. If you're in the live chat, thank the moderators. Do it. Music link, fanfic link, Discord link, Amazon wishlist link, and thumbnail art link will all be in the description. Go ahead and check those out. If you're in the live chat and any of your messages were deleted, check the rules below, see what you might have done. Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye!